Huh? I don't know. That means it's gonna go on. We're gonna make this quick because I don't know. Okay, I don't know how long these mics are gonna stay on. I literally just charged them. So, hey, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's literally been a while, but that's okay. That's okay. We're not gonna talk about it. We're here. It's 2025. I'm so excited to record content. I have somebody special with me. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, I'm Nova.
So, this is my significant other's cousin, his little cousin, and I don't know. We were having a conversation earlier in the day. It is Sunday, by the way. We went to church. How was church for you today? It was good. You liked it.
I love the
And this is her second time coming with us, so
Yes.
you can come every. You can come every. Come over
coming.
every Sunday if you want to. Like, I don't know. I feel like church. Going to church on Sundays, it just starts off the week really, really positive, really refreshing, and I personally just love it. But before we went to church, we were just like talking, and I kind of was just like, you know what? Like, we need to make a video because we were having good conversation. And yeah, and I was like, she's what, 5 years younger than me, and I'm becoming, one of the older girls. I mean, I'm still young. I'm 26, but I remember being 20. I'm not 27. Hey. I do turn 27 this year, which is crazy because it's like I remember being 21 like it was yesterday. Like,
you have any plans?
It's still the year just started. I don't want to think about 27 yet, but I am excited for it. I feel like these last few years I've been trying to like discover who I am outside of being a mom. So like 27 is like a very grown era, and I'm ready to like figure out style, like what I like to wear, what I like to do. Even in my alone time outside of family, outside being a mom. So I'm excited. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't know. Maybe I should be. Maybe I should go outside a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, okay, I live you outside.
No, but no. When I was around your age, like I feel like I was going out more, and then as I've gotten a little bit older, I've just really calmed down. It's just been family, it's been kids, but every once in a while, like I like to get cute and catch a vibe, get some drinks,
And she know how to get cute. I mean, y'all see her.
Period. Y'all, these braids are super old. I mean, 2024 old, but I honestly don't even know what to do next with my hair. Let's talk hair for a minute. What is your favorite style to do, like when it comes to hair?
Probably faux locks.
I love that on you.
Oh, thank you.
I do.
Or like a curly sewing. I love.
Oh yeah, this is also my favorite look on her. I think she. Do you like when you wear your natural hair?
I do, but I've been having like a little bit of a battle with my natural hair. I ain't really like. I don't really like it.
I always tell her I love when she does like the natural styles, like between like wigs and stuff. I love the faux locks, and I love this. Like this is, I love it. It's like you're not trying too hard. No, it's full, girl. I don't even have half of what she got. No, but I think like my favorite style. Well, so when I was a little bit younger, I keep acting like I'm just so old, but no, I just want to compare because what I was telling her before we made the video is that there are going to be girls watching this who may relate to her, early 20s, and those who may relate to me who is now in her mid 20s. So now I'm just like my mind goes back to then, and now it's like, oh, I'm a whole nother woman. I'm a whole.
Mentioned that you had like a different, like you felt in your mind, like the
thing. Oh yeah, there was definitely a shift. Like once you hit, how they say once you hit 25, like
it's a real thing.
Everything starts to work. That's very true, very much true. Everything starts to work. So early 20s, I was into the wigs, the sew-ins, extra baby hairs. I mean, the full bang. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. Right now, I'm just into the natural hairstyles, like some braids.
She can slay
no, period. But that's the thing. I would still do a wig, but like it got to be natural baby hairs or no baby hairs. It got to be maybe sewing with some leave out. That's high maintenance, but I don't know. Or maybe some boho braids, like just things that are more natural. I like to look like I'm not trying too hard, and I feel like as you get older, you kind of get to that. And everyone's different though. Thank you. You're so beautiful too. So what'd you say? Did you say bye? No, you're beautiful. Like you're gorgeous. No, you're gorgeous. Like you are so pretty. I'm not even like trust me, I don't just sit. I'm not gonna sit in a girl face and like lie like you are so pretty, like skin, body, hair. Yeah. So serious. No, I'm so serious because, and it's weird because sometimes it be the prettiest girls that, and even me too, that like sometimes we don't feel it. Like everybody else sees it, and it's like in our heads we're just like,
But emotions where I just don't feel it. But sometimes where you can, everybody feels that once in a life where they feel like they up or whatever. So I guess I go back and forth, and like different
I can relate
situations,
to that. Mm-hmm.
How I interpret them, I guess kind of like weighs down on how I feel on, I guess, myself and stuff.
I get you. Like sometimes when you're going through things, it's kind of like you might not be feeling yourself the most, but that's a time where you really need to pop it. Like when you're going through hard times, whether it's relationships, friendships, personal life, whatever, family stuff, like when you're going through it, you want to look your best, feel your best. Because I know, like for me, when I put myself together, I don't always do this, like, because I'm most of the time.
She looks pretty much the same.
No, most of the time I'm in the house or I'm like with the kids, so I don't really have that motivation to like do my makeup and like actually try. And I notice like my confidence is a little bit lower when I don't really put the effort into myself. Yeah. But once I try a little bit, like last Sunday, I didn't put no makeup on or nothing. She was like, "You dressing up?" I was like, "Girl, no, I haven't dressed up in forever." But today I was like, I know we're gonna do a video. Let me go ahead and just, do a little bit of makeup, I still feel like my wardrobe is trash. So it's like I couldn't really wardrobe. I was like, I couldn't really, put myself together as I wanted to. But at the same time, it's just like just trying a little bit can make you feel so much better when you're like going through things. But I don't know if I even told y'all what we were doing in this video, but basically I did ask Nova that I call her something else, but I didn't know that was like her name that she like tells people.
That's what I tell people. Like, that's cute. People know me as my real name, like family or like.
Yeah, that's cute.
But like everyone else, they know me as Nova.
Nova. That's like real cute.
That's on Nova Caine. About me, just saying.
That's your Insta, isn't it?
It is.
That's cute. That's cute. So I did ask her to write down or like jot down some questions to ask me, so I can kind of give her advice or just my input, like my perspective on things. Since I may have gone through some of the things that she may be going through right now, this day and age. So we can go ahead and get started. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You have your phone with you?
In the back of the bag.
You can get it. Okay. I'll edit whatever.
So my first question, which I kind of already know it, but like, when was the moment in life where you felt like you were living to the
fullest? Honestly, I kind of just feel like when I'm the least at stress is when I feel my best. Like, part of me kind of feels like I haven't really hit that moment yet. I feel like I still have so much to accomplish, so much to do, but it's coming. Like, what I'm telling y'all, it's coming. I don't know if it's this year or what, but it's coming. Like, there's so much I still have to do, but I could definitely say, like, when I'm stress free, I feel like I am my best self. I'm not worrying too much. I'm happy.
How do you try to be stress free? Like, what do you do to like maintain it?
Not overthinking situations that I can't change. Because sometimes there are things going on, and it's just like, if you mentally get yourself to a place where you're just overly thinking, maybe even crying. Because I used to be the biggest crybaby. Like,
I'm a big crybaby.
I'm
a real big crybaby, but
oh yeah, it used to be so bad. Like, everything would make me cry. Everything. Like, now I've kind of like got a little bit of tough skin. I think just going through things just kind of makes you stronger. But like, definitely used to be a crybaby. That used to be my outlet. Still is. I still cry, every once in a while when I'm going through things. But yeah, to get through things, I just really try not to overly think about it. I try to think of happy moments.
How do you balance being like an empathetic person versus your boundaries and like knowing how to stand on business without?
Ooh. Okay, so basically, in shorter terms, like, say it again,
like how do you balance being an empathetic person, meaning like you want it to
you care for other people's feelings.
And versus you need to stand on business. Like you can't be pushed around. You can't keep letting things slide no matter what that person, tells you they're going through, or it's about how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So how do you take your feelings out of that and be like, no, I really got to stand on.
My thing is, if you treat me bad, then what's the point of keeping you around? Because sometimes we like to keep around bad energy. We like to keep around like just all this unnecessary stuff. And it's like, for what? Like, is it worth me staying up and crying? Is it worth me staying up and thinking about you? Is it worth me? Sometimes you have to just, it's a perspective thing. If it's not worth me doing that, and you for sure are not doing that for me, oh no, like I'll care for you. I'll care for you till like a certain extent, but like I'm cool. Like I don't have to sit there and think about you if you're not thinking about me. I don't have to sit there and cry about you if you're not crying about me. Now that can be easier said than done. For sure. But after you shed your tears, like next day or next week, or you kind of just
once you mourn it,
it's like it's dead to me. Like I'll cry my cry, I'll shed my tears, and I feel like the older you get, you kind of just grow from wanting to give time and attention to people who really are not deserving. Like if you're not deserving, I'm gone. Like if you're not showing me anything to keep me around, if I'm not feeling it, it's just I'm not wasting my time. Like wasting your time for what? Especially you're young. What are we wasting our time for? You know what I'm saying? What are we? Especially if you see a man who, you're at home crying and thinking about him and putting all this effort and energy, and they're not even doing half of any of that, or they're putting it into other places, then you also need to put it into other places and see how they feel. And most of the time, that's when they start to be like, oh shit, she doesn't give a damn anymore. I need to try. And that's when you have to be like, no, I'm cool. Remember when I was texting you and, that's when you stand on business. So, yeah, stand on business when they're showing you that they're just not worth it anymore. And then it kind of even builds a little bit of confidence when you see you stand on business and then a man comes back and then you could double time be like, I'm cool. Oh, it's the best feeling. It's like, I'm cool. And then they be so confused. Then they're going to want to be on your body forever because you're cool on them and they expect you to really leave them alone. Because a lot of men expect you to mess with them forever and ever and ever through all the things and all the women. Yeah, and it's like, no, like, or maybe you can even, if you really like the person, feel like it's something you could work with, maybe to a certain extent. It just depends. Every situation is different. But this is somebody that keeps showing you time after time after time. Baby, I'm tired. I'm ready to move on, think about other people, think about other things. Yeah. Okay, like that's my thing for this. You had enough. Yeah, for this video, that's my thing. Okay, because what? Like,
how do you think becoming a mother affects your person, your mentality?
To me, so when I became a mom, I was your age, and at the time, I was actually really scared to become a mom because I was like, I don't like.
Really?
I was so scared, like especially so I'm African, and I used to kind of think I was gonna be judged because I also lost my mom around the time, so I thought like all the aunties were gonna be like, oh, she's out here now. Her mom's not here. She thinks she grown now, which I mean, kind of was grown, but kind of wasn't. Yeah. So I kind of did think of like what people were gonna say, how I was going to be viewed. I also didn't grow up around a whole lot of kids, so I wasn't really sure how I was going to be as a mom. But once I became a mom, it's like the switch comes on. You're in mom mode. You know exactly what to do from breastfeeding to taking care of a baby. It was really natural. Like, and then, having a partner that's actually 100% active, that plays a big, big part. Because when I look at like everything, if I did that by myself, like it's doable, but it would have been 10 times harder. That's why I always say, like with girls, like choose your partner wisely, because I mean, even if you and the person wasn't to work out, like, is this person still going to be a good dad? Like, are you going to be stressed out? Are you going to be doing this by yourself? And people do change. Like, they can pretend like they're going to be a good partner and then change up. But that's why you got to really see through the bullshit. Like, watch and see how they act in different situations before you just lay down and have kids, because it's not easy raising no kid at all. I know sometimes you be having baby fever, and I be telling her like,
but that's I be telling her like, everybody has their dream. My dream is to be a wife and a mother.
No, period. And I get that. I feel like everyone, sometimes you see the cute babies. It's more than just the cute pictures on Instagram. Like
it's a lot. I used to take care of, like, I used to work with special ed kids. I took care of my nieces and nephews, on my other side. So it comes natural to me, but I know it's way
hard. It's a lot.
It's a commitment 24/7.
Even being here, you see how me and Tevin are with the kid. It's a handful, like,
and it's better to have a partnership, and that's why I want to be married first.
I want
to have that connection with someone where I can trust them.
Oh yeah, so speaking of the whole marriage thing, because I feel like that's a huge topic on social media, like, people being in these long-term relationships, men not proposing within like the 5-year range, the Queen Naija, Clarence, and Chris situation, and people's like, he's using her and he don't want to marry her and all of that. Like, what's your say on that? Do you feel like a man, like,
I feel like a man knows when he wants to marry someone for sure, but there is, like, it's different for everyone. Like, I do think you should be with someone, long term, to get to that level, like, get to know each other with the woo. But it all comes down to the compatibility and what y'all got going on.
And there's no time frame,
like,
though.
It's got to be a good time for y'all. It's not a good time for what everyone else sees.
Oh yeah, because
like, y'all should, because by now y'all whatever. But no, is it the right time for us though?
No, for sure.
We'll know when it's the right time. We're the ones in this relationship.
Oh, for sure. Because I mean, when I see that, I'd be like, sometimes I'm like, I mean, I've been in a long-term relationship. I'm not married yet. I mean, I see it coming really soon, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like it's a rush thing. I don't want. Now, some may say, well, you rush having that baby, but why is marriage not on the table? Why is that not a rush? Sometimes kids are not planned, okay? Like, let's just be honest. Sometimes kids happen. You being grown, kids happen, And with or without kids, if a man gonna want to marry you, he gonna do it. Like, it just is. It is what it is. There's some people who rush the marriage thing just because they had the kid, like, and that don't work either.
That should be, like, it shouldn't be something that's rushed. It shouldn't be something that, like, you feel the need to do it just because society says to do it. It's a beautiful thing between you and a person.
For sure.
So it's a calling. You're called to be married.
For sure. And being in a relationship is not easy either. I think a lot of the people that be trying to rush other people to get married have not even been in a 2-year relationship at that. At that, a year relationship. You guys have not even, like, come on. Like, it's not that easy. And being in a relationship and going onto marriage, it takes a lot of maturity. Like, being in the relationship, I noticed I have a lot of immature ways. And so is my partner. Like, we have a lot of things that we, like, being in a relationship, you'll see your dirty laundry for sure.
You want to work on it with that person.
Exactly. And I feel like if you rush to get married just because everybody else says so, or just because a time thing, because not gonna lie, sometimes, you get to wonder, like, is this person going to do it? As a woman, you don't want to feel like you're wasting your time. But honestly, it can be wasting your time if you're living in your purpose every single day. Because relationship or not, I'd probably be doing the same thing I'm doing right now. I take care of my kids, I work, I do content. I'm living in my purpose. I go to church. I'm literally doing the same thing. So it's like, the only difference is, the commitment under God and all of that. And I feel like that is very, very important. So,
and it really ties y'all together on different ways. Like, sometimes it is like safety too. Like, when heaven forbid it not happen, but if something was to happen to someone's significant other and they weren't married, financially, it would leave the other couple in a bind.
Oh yeah.
Because if y'all already got all this stuff planned together, but y'all don't have no legal bind to each other, you don't get really a say so and stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's
I think
true too.
That's something that people need to consider when they're getting married. Like, you're giving this person that type of control. So, like, do you trust this person? Do you love this? Is this that person that when you go, this is who you're leaving it behind?
For sure, for sure. There's a lot of things to consider when it comes to marriage. Instead of just hopping into it, take your time. Even with kids, instead of just hopping into it. I mean, I feel like I could say, like, I had kids pretty early. I mean, it already happened, whoop-de-woo. But I also feel, comfortable in, who I had kids with and things of that sort. So,
and she raised her kid very, very well.
Yeah, period. Like both of my
they're so smart and they love God.
Amen. And they like my kids are really taken care of, and even because you know how sometimes like you'll have young parents who like crash out and just it just doesn't work out. Maybe family members have to do majority of the taking care, but no, like me and Tevin fully take care of these kids. Like every once in a while, you know, like his mom steps in, but literally
y'all really do y'all want to.
Yeah, like
y'all plan it out. Y'all okay? So we taking them to school here. We dropping them off. Like y'all.
Like, oh, you about to do content right now? Okay, let me take the kids to my mom. Like we have a way of just making everything work to where it's smooth. Now we do have our like highs and lows, but it's about communicate. Yeah, but it's about knowing how to get through the highs and lows, because if you don't know how to communicate, and I always tell him like that's my biggest thing, like communication, like please just communicate.
I ain't gonna lie, because I get unheard a lot. So sometimes it's like I just go silent instead. Like I'd rather just not say anything if you're not hearing me anyway. And sometimes it's hard for me to say exactly how I feel because I don't want to hurt other people's feelings. If it's something like I know I could just bottle it up and go about the day. Like, do I really want to say something and just so I can express myself, or do I just want to leave it alone because it is what it is?
Is this like relationship or just like anything?
In general, just any type of conflict, any type of feeling, like
you know, it's hard for me to bottle things up. I feel like when it's like in my head, I gotta say it. But I'm also learning sometimes it's okay to be quiet. So kind of like how you say you don't really say stuff sometimes. Sometimes that's a good thing, especially like in a relationship, because sometimes saying everything that's on your mind, that will be an argument every single day. So I'm learning that like sometimes it's not the big of a deal. Just shut up. Just don't say it. Just chill out. Like, or if your man just came in the house, you don't have to nag him about the dishes. You don't have to nag him about the shoes he left right there. Just pick it up. Just like sometimes just like
sometimes it can go like that's a part of like being in a relationship is just helping the other one out when they fall short a little bit. Now every time you know that's the issue, but every now and then it's okay to pick up the slack from one another.
Oh yeah, because sometimes I have to pull back. Like I feel like being a complete bitch sometimes. I'm like, you know what? But yeah, like there's a lot of things you can learn from like being in these long term relationships, and I don't know, just take your time. If you feel like you know this person you don't see them in your future and you feel like it's a waste of time, then of course instead of wasting time, end it. But at the end of the day, like take your time with your person if it's your person, you know. And yeah, rock out.
Okay, period. What about first apartment? Like, when did you get your first apartment? How'd you go about it?
Ooh,
Is there anything like you would do differently or like give advice out like you should do?
Yeah, so I told y'all I had my daughter, my first baby, around 21. So that was also when we got our first apartment. And honestly, like the process wasn't that hard. I know how some people say like save up all this money, like triple the rent, have honestly, money wise, I feel like I don't know, we didn't prepare too much. We really didn't overthink it. We just knew we had a baby on the way and we didn't want to be at our parents' house. So it was kind of just like a rush thing. But if you have time to prepare, I would definitely say like prepare. I think we were cool. Like it still worked out. I mean, but definitely prepare. Like have your money saved up. Of course, you need your check stubs. What else do we need? Bank statements. I'm even now applying for another apartment because this lease is almost up, and I'm just like, I just the process, because it's just like they want money, you know.
Has anything changed from when you got your first apartment to now when you're getting the next one? Like, has anything changed in the process of getting it?
Them rent prices, okay? Y'all, rent is so high. Like it's actually really, really annoying. And the fact that it be so high and they give you like little to nothing, it's like, what am I paying for? I could get a house. So even right now, like the rent here is so high, and this isn't even like a big luxury styly apartment. Like it's a regular apartment, and the rent. People always say like it's so cute, but
I think it's how you carry yourself and how you decorate.
Yeah, it's like I want.
Household. So every apartment that I've been to, I feel like it's really nice.
No,
like
thank you.
It looks fancy. It looks very much rich. I know when I'm stepping in.
Oh, thank you. Apartment. And it's always gonna be clean. Okay, I'm just a really put together person, but like sometimes like I feel like this apartment is just like I could do better, but the next apartment I'm downsizing just because I'm just so over like the rent prices, and I could definitely say like rent wasn't as high 4 or 5 years ago. Like now it's really high. Like
since we're downsizing, does that mean there's gonna be a house in the future?
Oh yeah, a house is definitely in the near future, which is also why we are downsizing. Moving from apartment to apartment, because you know what, honestly, when me and Tevin got our first apartment, he actually wanted a house at 21. And I'm like, slow your roll. Like, like, I'm not ready for a house. I don't want a house yet. But, like,
a house is more permanent, I guess.
Yeah, I was like.
That's where you're going to be staying for, like, a long time.
Exactly. I was like, we're still young. This is our first time. Like, can we baby steps? I'm not ready for a house. But now I'm like, okay, I could do a house in the next year. I could do a house in the next few months. Like I could do a house for sure. Like we're 2 kids in, but I definitely.
With extra bedroom?
Oh, yeah. You want to come over?
Well, I'm getting another baby, but.
Oh no! I don't know. When it comes to another baby, I'm just kind of like I could see maybe one more, but it's just like.
Not now.
I just want to get my body together and focus on me, and like obviously focus on like my family and all that. But
some me time
yes, because
do you.
Every time
I see you're in mommy mode.
Yeah,
you're in work mode.
Exactly. So. Every time you have a baby, it's almost like a restart button. So it's like, and I have both my kids kind of back to back, and it's like, dang, like now I'm 26. If I have another one, that's another reset, and I'm gonna be damn near 30. Like I need to give myself time to like figure myself out. Me time. I mean, I be seeing the girls on like Instagram like styling their apartments certain ways and styling their clothes and this and that, and it's like I want to get into that era. I feel like I've just been in my mom era, and I'm like I want to mix that up. Like
her model era.
Oh, period. Really? I went to your tag. I don't know. I feel like I was that cute honestly before. Like
no, you were very.
I don't know. I
was showing her because I feel like Ren looks like you, and she was like, "I want to see the baby mom because I feel like it doesn't look like Tevin." And so I showed her your picture. She's like, "Oh my god, Tevin back there."
You know what's crazy? Like, because before kids, I was super small and I was pursuing modeling. Like, I put together a whole portfolio. I was gonna take it to some modeling thing. Then I found out I was pregnant, and I was like, yep, never mind. And then like now, it's like modeling is just like Instagram models and things like that. Like I was trying to model like for like some high fashion type of stuff at that time, but now I'm kind of I'm in a different mode. Like if somebody wants me to like try on clothes and do videos or Fashion Nova sponsorships and things like that, I'm very open to it. I feel like that's the era now. But yeah, at a time I was into like the modeling and trying to I guess figure out that side of it.
They're very cute. Like you would have thought you were
really. Thank you. Sure. I used to be like really like posing in
a magazine.
Oh, thank
Especially
you.
the one. There was one. It was like I think you were kind of like in a desertish kind of.
I know I had on this creamy. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I used to do like stage modeling, like in like it was like a place in Dallas, like a older looking house, and like.
Girl, I would have thought you was out the country.
Oh no, it was like in Dallas. Okay. Yeah. And I used to like hit up photographers, like all type of stuff before kids, and then I had kids, and now life is fun. And I don't want it to sound like because I'm a mom now, like life is boring. Like life is
your
fun in yes, it's just fun in a different way. So now I'm open to like a lot of things. I just have to like get into the mind space of like just doing it. Like I really if. Like the sponsorships, like I want that for me. Like all these brands, I want them to like follow on me. But I've been just telling myself, well, for them to see you, you have to put yourself out there. Yeah. You can't just be hiding in your t-shirt and shorts at home and just not posting and expect people to just find you. Like where they gonna find you at? And then I need to get out the house and network and talk to people. Not calling me out. No, yeah, I archive my pictures every year. I don't know. I just feel like every year I get better, and I'd be like out with the old, in with the new. So when them pictures are gone, just know new pictures are coming.
But they're so cute. They deserve to be up there.
I might put them back. I don't know. It's because I'm not consistent too. So I would hate for like, okay, my last picture to be like February 2024, and then I'll post again to like 2025, and then it's a big gap and just different time zones and all type of stuff. So yeah, but do you be posting?
No, not right now.
Why you don't have a YouTube yet?
Mostly for the simple fact that I just gave up on myself. I guess like I should invest in myself, and I should like
instead of investing in these nickels.
That's me slapper. So yeah, basically, I don't know. I'm either working or I'm sleeping, and I just, just
let me make sure this is still recording, y'all, because this is too good to just. Oh, we're still good. Okay, yeah. Okay.
It's something I wanted to do, and I was doing it on the Snapchat thing. I was doing the whole Snapchat. I was getting up really good on the views, and then I kind of just lost myself for a little bit, and I just stopped wanting to post. Like I'd be wanting to post, but I'm like, I'll just do it later, or I'll just, I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I look in this. And I used to not give a fuck. I post anything, any angle, bitch. I thought I was funny. And now I guess I'm working on healing, I guess. And I've been broken, and like I said, I hold things in, and so it gets to a point where it all comes out, and then my whole mood where I don't know, I gotta work on stuff.
No, I feel you, but this is, and I understand having the time to yourself so you can heal and then come out, show people your best self. But sometimes that's where the content really lies when you're going through things, because there are other girls going through what you're going through. So that's where you can turn on the camera and just turn into a diary, put on YouTube. And right now you're talking about, oh, I'm looking for a job. YouTube, turn on the camera, and then you're a pretty girl. People like curly hair girls, thick.
They like to play.
They like to play. Okay, but you're good. You're pretty. So it's like people don't want to look at that. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even have to. Pretty girls don't have to try that hard. Is what I'm saying. Like you don't have to do too much. I have to
try a little extra hard. Why? I'm not even sure how I'm looking in this video. But why? Well, I also I went through a lot of changes, and then I went from a teenager, now I'm an adult. My features are different. I now have braces.
Oh yes, I don't know if y'all can see. Show them we went out to eat yesterday. We went to have seafood, and she just showed. This is my first time seeing her with the braces. I love it. It just reminds me of younger me, because I had braces in high school, and it's just like, oh, it's so cute. Like this makes me want to squeeze her little cheeks.
But I feel like there's a lot of things I have to get used to, and then like I said, I do focus a lot of my energy on other people. I want other people to feel good. I want them to feel okay. I want them to feel happy. I'm always that person for somebody, and it makes it easier to forget my own shit. And then when those people leave me, because they're high and good, and
you feel empty almost.
Because damn, now I'm just here.
It's like I done helped you get out of your dark place, and I'm still in mine. So that's where you kind of have to put you first. Like it's definitely good to be a person that cares for others, but if you don't care for yourself, it's like self-destruct.
Like my problem is like I feel like I care about myself, but I also know how much I can take, and I try to take that pain and that whatever. Like I try not to go off on people. I try to be very nice, very woo. I let people pass on me. I let them use me as a doormat, because I don't ever want to be the person that makes you feel any type of way, no matter how you made me feel. And that's something I feel like I gotta stop, because it's not helpful for me. And there's times where like I said, if anyone was to come to my face and try to tell me, oh, you're with the woo, I'd be like, bitch, I'm perfect. But when I'm alone and I'm by myself, and it's been days on end when no one texting my phone and needing me, I'm like, damn. I just start self-reflecting on everything that I've buried up, because I've been distracted, and now I've got to face it. And sometimes I just don't know how or want to. Or
I feel you when you go through things, or even you're being that shoulder for other people to cry on, the weight becomes really heavy. It really does. And that's where you kind of have to sometimes pull back from being there for people and just be there for yourself. And then of course, after you feel like you've healed, then you can maybe start being there for people more. And if it's friends and family, okay, cool. But these men, because I feel like that's who you be trying to be there for. Well, these men.
It's also friendships too. Okay. Like that's something that. Well, I don't have a lot of family. Like I have my mom's side cool. I have my dad's side, but like I live far from y'all. So when I get to come out here, it's a joy for me. When I'm back at home, it's literally just me, my mom, and my brother. My brother, he a little teenager now. He got stuff going on. My mama, she work. She got a boyfriend. It's literally just me. And when it comes to friendship, I feel like no one ever comes to see me. Like I said, I live,
further out.
I live further out. Nobody comes to see me. No one comes and asks me, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? I'm always doing offering, like, let me pay for this. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. And I feel like when it comes to friendships with me, nobody ever is as solid as I am for them. And I'm like, I'm just a friend that when they bored, you can hit me up because I ain't doing shit. If you need some, I'm gonna be there for you because that's who I am. You need some money, I'm gonna try to help you. That's who I am. But when it comes to me, I feel like it's kind of like a push to the side.
Like people don't match your energy.
Yeah. And it's like, it's all cool. We can kiki and laugh. But when it comes to the shit, like, I just want to talk. It's the first conversation, like a deep conversation, prolonged I've had since the last time I came here. And sometimes I crave that. And I crave just to talk to someone and have that friendship. But friendships never work out for me. These bitches is
slimy.
And I guess you could say I'm boring because, like, you can't beef with me. I don't like beef. You can't beef with me. I don't give a fuck.
No, that's the way to be, okay?
I don't give a fuck about other shit. So, like, if you're trying to be messy and I'm not, encouraging you or, like, whatever, I'm like, just leave it alone. Now I'm boring. Now I'm weird. Woo. I just don't care. I don't feel like
what makes you, like, cut off a female, like, that you've been friends with? Like, what does she have to do for you to be like, okay, I'm cool on you? Like, I don't.
That's a tough question because I let a lot of shit slide. Like, I've let someone, talk to the nigga that I was talking to, and they ended up fucking him. And I sat back and I was still friends with them. And at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? They got played by that person, and I ain't catch a body. I feel like that was a win for me. So why am I be mad at her? I ain't even, but it's like that was a slimy thing to do for a friend, but I wasn't invested in a nigga, so I let it go. It was what it was. I only talked to him a few times. I've let people steal from me. This girl stole the last $30 I had back when I was in high school. We were broke.
Damn.
And I let it slide. She stole my car. I let it slide.
Wait. She stole your money, stole your car, and you let that slide?
Yeah.
Look, I don't fight, but we might have to fight.
But it's because I'm just a mellow person, and like I said, it's hard to get a rise out of me. So I let shit slide. I keep it in check and in a note, but I don't know. I feel like I've been through a lot, so it really just doesn't faze me. It's like, damn, another thing. So now I don't really trust you around my car keys. But yeah, we can still hang out. But
you'll still keep that person around
until you keep on, and then eventually I'll get the confidence in myself to be like, you know what? It ain't even worth, staying around trying to help you because you're not helping me. You're not doing nothing for me, but irritating the fuck out of me.
I feel like it's good to have that heart of forgiveness because, of course, that's what God would want us to have. So it's cool to forgive people, but it's the keeping them around. Because, like, after you cut me too deep, like, you got to go. And I do believe people change and things of that sort, but you just have to see, like, if the negatives are more than the positives, it's kind of just like, it's not really worth my time or energy anymore. Friendship or relationship.
I like to blame my daddy. He gave me abandonment issues. And he gave me very much, I love you means I'm a backstab you, not want you, not claim you, but sometimes I'll tell you I love you. He taught me that love, whatever his version of love, whatever I thought growing up, like I didn't have that stability where I could go to my daddy when something was there. I had my mama for sure, but there's different, like even when I have talks with Tevin, there's different perspectives you can get from a man.
Oh yeah,
you can't really get from a woman unless she's a PIMP.
For real. No, yeah.
And so I feel like I'm always searching for a connection. I'm always searching to someone just to see me, just like you think about me. I'm your friend, and you wanna hang out with me. You're my boyfriend, girlfriend with the woo. You wanna see me. You wanna hang out with me. I'm on your mind. Like I like being that person that's there for people. When you know you're down bad and you just need someone to talk to, I'm not gonna judge you. And I just want to be that person because I never got that person for real. And That's all I know is just to keep trying, keep getting hurt, and suck it up.
I hate that, people have kids and then they don't always step up to the plate. I mean, I know life happens, things happen, whatever, but like daughters need their dad. Sons too. Like sons need their dad. Like I see like
both parents are very vital and they both like if when you see people that grow up in a 2-parent household,
it's different
versus the single parent, no matter it's the mama or the daddy, they're raised different. They have a different perspective
outlook on a lot of things,
and they have a sense of security too.
Oh yeah, there's even some situations where like the dad is in the home because I feel like I grew up with both of my parents, but I was just closer with my mom. There's a lot of things I feel like my dad lacks in, and even now he lacks in, and that's just to say like there are some cases where mom and dad are in the home, but the dad still isn't showing that love, showing that connection, like from a dad standpoint, giving you advice,
Yeah, you can be a dad, but are you a father? Like,
oh yeah,
are you actually being a fatherly figure? You can pay the bills and do all that, but are you sitting down with your kids? Are you talking to
are
them?
you teaching? Hello, yes. Are you teaching? Because they shouldn't just be learning when they go to school. The kids need to be learning at home. Like your parents are the very first example of how people are going to be in the real world. Like they're the first example. So that's why like I've had to do so many self checks, like even like with my attitude, like I gotta because like
but it's also
does my daughter deserve to see a mom with an attitude all the time? No, because that's just it's not fair to her just because I'm going through things or I'm stressed out about situations. So, no one's going to be perfect, but as a parent, you have to acknowledge your flaws and then work on it in order to be the best for your child. So if you're an absent dad, it's not too late to pick it up and do better, one day you're not going to be here, and that's just something, I don't know, the mother daughter relationship is important, the father daughter, and then with the son it's important. It's very, very essential. And if you are just being a deadbeat out here and just not doing your part, shame on you.
Stop procreating.
Period. Because some of y'all have like 5 to 10 kids.
If you know this is not what you want, get it chopped, get it done. Like
5 to 10 kids, different homes, different baby mamas. You can't be 10 different places at one time. Nick Cannon. And the thing is, some men have so much money and feel like, well, because I have money, my money can go in all these different places, so it's fine. But it's just like, yeah, but no. And some women don't care and are cool with it. But me personally,
but it affects the child. No one thinks of the child, and it's understandable to be like, everyone is living their life for the first time, no matter how old they are. This is their first year being that age. So you're living life for the first time, so it's okay to make mistakes, but to continue to
like learn from the mistakes. Like you just keep going. The thing is,
you're choosing.
If you don't see what's wrong with the mistake, you're gonna keep doing it. So, and I think that's the issue with a lot of men. They don't see anything wrong with starting different homes and all types of stuff.
And they're not really held accountable for it either.
They think it's cool.
Especially
they
if
think
you make enough money. Then
oh yeah.
You're not held accountable. Bitches want to get
pregnant. Nowadays, when men make money, they think that covers up for a lot of the bullshit, and it's like, I don't care about your money. I care about how you treat me. I care about how you are as a father. I care about. I mean, of course,
it's very important to make your own money.
Period. That too.
What? It's okay to want to be taken care of, but make sure you have money in your pockets. Make sure you are good.
No, for sure.
Because you don't want to depend on nobody. Because whenever they're gone,
then what you gonna do? Up, you don't want to feel like, dang, I have to be here now because he has all the money. I don't have nothing to stand on. Like, you want to have your own stuff, even though like you might have a man that says like be a stay-at-home mom, or find a hobby, do social media, do something. The good thing about our generation is that there is so much money to be made. You hear me? That's why I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna stop spending so much money on this rent. I'm gonna get something a little bit cheaper so I could save money, put money towards other things, and really focus in on like business ventures, YouTube, like just other things, maybe even traveling. I'm kind of scared to get on it. I don't know about that. Most of these TV shows, they're like reality TV shows. It's about the fighting and all that, and I don't really do that.
One without fighting, one where it's more like maybe even challenges or just.
But where is that at though? Most of the shows, it's like if you're not.
I can see you being like on a show where they have like squad teams or whatever, and then y'all are all working together
to do something.
Yeah, and it has like obviously it'll show you different personalities.
I feel that I'm open to a TV show as long as it fits like me, because clearly, I mean, I'm just not meant for certain settings, certain things. So I don't know. I want wherever I'm really supposed to be at. I just want to fit right in there, and I'm open to a lot of things though. Like, but as I was saying, like traveling, I really want to do that, but I'm kind of scared to get on the airplanes right now.
So bad.
But you see the news? Have you even seen the news?
Like I saw one. Wasn't it Rowlett, Texas, or somewhere?
I don't know. Chicago just had one recently. It was Chicago. It was, I think, Washington. Like, planes are dropping, and I
just wanted to be a little flight attendant.
Yeah, it's getting a little scary, so we may have to do some road trips. So stay tuned for that. But I just spent a whole
girl. Huh? You know what happens on the road?
What? Yeah, but at least we're in control of the wheel. When you're in an airplane, you could get in a car crash and live. You're not living if a plane drops from mid barely. So I mean, definitely, pray for those who were in those critical situations, because that's so scary. Like I don't want to think about it. I don't want to put the mood down, but like definitely praying for those who were in those airplanes. It's just so much going on. Like people are saying like they're not flying until Trump's out of office because there's an agenda to everything. It's just a whole lot of things going on, and we just gotta just pray, y'all, because this life stuff, it can get scary, but like you just have to have faith to get through it. And that being said, do you have any other questions or anything you want to talk about before we wrap it on up? And you guys, if y'all enjoy this type of content, please let me know. My plan for the year is to have different people come on here. Obviously it'll be different settings because I am moving from here. So the next place I go to, I don't know. I'll do some apartment videos, but I also want to find like other places where I could film at. So I don't know. I'm just trying to keep things open. I'm using mics now. I'm gonna try different type of things. I'm still recording off of my phone. I do need to buy a laptop or iPad so that I could transport my stuff from like my camera. So I will be using my camera soon, but still on the phone. Still works good. Still looks good. So bear with me. Got my ring light I've been having for years. So I'm making this work, so this is even motivation for if you're a content creator. Literally, I have my phone, a stand, a $10 stand, ring light, and the video probably looks pretty good and it's working. So, and I don't know, I'm having fun with it. Do you have anything else?
My last question was, how do you actively try to achieve personal growth?
To be very honest, there was a time I thought like I was damn near perfect. Okay, you couldn't tell me I know there's like small things, but I thought that like I didn't have that many flaws. Even in relationships, like I thought like shit, I ain't cheating, I ain't lying, I ain't doing the big major things. So like I'm damn near perfect. But as I've grown, I've noticed like, ooh, I have some things I need to work on. Like I'm not patient. My attitude could be real stank sometimes.
That's crazy because oh, she's so sweet. Like you just give me like innocent sweet vibes.
And people tell me all the time that, but I feel like that is very much true. I am sweet, but I do have my moments. Like if you take me there, I definitely go there. But I've been trying to learn to just like still, like even when things are going on, I don't want it to affect my mood or how I treat people. I still want to be that sweet girl. So even if a really messed up situation happens to me, I don't want to get out of character. Like I still want to be the sweet, nice, and I don't want to get off topic. What was the question? Say it one more time for me.
How do you fulfill like personal growth?
Okay, because I could go everywhere. How do I fulfill personal growth? Just acknowledging your flaws. So instead of, as I was saying, thinking you damn near perfect, understand that everyone does make mistakes. Everyone does have their issues or things. I've had some failed friendships, and I probably was maybe the problem. You know, at some point I probably would think like they tripping, like I don't know what they're mad about. It was probably them, but no, I was probably the problem too. So just acknowledging that sometimes you too are the problem,
yeah,
will help you get to growth because you can start working on the things that may have caused that failed relationship or failed friendship. Um, and just striving to be your best self every single day. Like every year, I want to be better than the last year. Mm-hmm. Every birthday, I want to look back like, okay, I'm way further. And it's not always about money. Like I know the goal for everybody is like make more money, but like
you can be rich in other ways, rich in love, rich in knowledge, yes, rich in growth.
It's a lot of internal stuff that like if we really work on it, I think the world would be like a better place.
It would be.
Everyone is so focused on like the money, how you look, and the cosmetic things. It's like all that is cool and all, but it's like, is your insides clean? Like, how do you treat people? How do you love on people? Like, is you lying? Like, no, like for real. Like, how do you really treat people? And that's what I'm learning. I'm learning that I can be kind of selfish sometimes, and I need to be more of a giver. Like, so now I'm just like, what can I do to give? Like, it can be as simple as like, even when we go out to eat or we do something like in my relationship, like I used to just like allow my partner, like, because I know like he's like gonna take care of it, but like I want to also make him feel good. It's not just about me. Mm-hmm. So what can I do to, you know, or rather than like it's all about me, like no, what could I do just for someone else? For other people. Yeah, like that, and that's something this year I really want to work on. What can I do for others? Even last Sunday we talked about it. Basically, even outside of like your home life, your children, what could you do for people that literally it doesn't, because when you do stuff for your children, it's basically like you're doing for yourself because it's your children. So what can you do for people outside your family that they literally don't know you from a can of paint? Like what can you do for those people? And that's what I've been wanting to, you know, do. And I think I've been making little bits of effort. Like even when I log into work, I work from home, I'll try to send a positive message to like my team, like, hey, good morning team, I hope you guys have a successful day, you know, just little things like that, rather than just saying good morning or just not saying anything. Like I don't have to do that, but just little things to show like I give a fuck about other people, you know?
I think that's an important question for everyone to ask themselves is like, what can I do for others? Like we always worry about what people can do for us, but like what can we do for others, and make sure like that checks off the boxes.
Yeah, so drop it in the comments. Like, what is something that you may do for some, or you're thinking to do for somebody else, or what's a good idea? Like, it could even be, it could be feeding the homeless. It could be helping your elderly neighbor. It could
random acts of kindness.
Random acts of kindness, like
even just leaving a sweet message on someone's post that you don't even know, just because you came across it. Just
like commenting. You know, we always say like, oh, people don't support my content and da da da. Have you ever commented on other people's stuff at random? That's helping them too. You know, maybe people will return the favor if you do it for them. So just start being kind to other people, and maybe you'll start getting the same thing in return. You know, like the world will give what you give out.
And when you're kind to people, you just feel better. Like you feel better versus when you just being a dickhead.
No, for sure. When you're nice, it just imagine like
because you know you're not wrong. Like no, it's nice.
Yeah, just imagine every day you do something nice, even if it's so small, nice for somebody else, or say something nice, or just be kind, and you're just a happier person. You're smiling more, just all types of stuff, you know. So I think that's something I definitely want to work on, and I feel like that's gonna help with the growth and growing as a woman. Yeah. Last thing I do want to ask you, being 21, what I guess what is something you look forward to, like when you're 26? Like,
by the time I'm 26, I'm really hoping that I have it together in the sense of like I know what career I want to do, you know, or I have a steady, you know, job that I actually like, you know, because after a couple months, you know, you get tired of shit, or it's just not, when you do something that doesn't make you happy, or just doing it so you can live, it's not as fun. So I want to do something that
enjoyable.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, hopefully I've been on some vacations.
No, period.
Financially stable.
We need to go on a family vacation.
Hell yeah, I never get to go on those.
Well, I haven't been on none either, so we need to go. I think when they used to travel, it used to be like way back when. Like everyone now has been going through a lot of stuff, so yeah, we definitely need a family vacation.
And I want to be engaged.
Oh, period. But my thing for sure is like focus on you, and I'm not just saying that just because I know
it's important, and that's what I want. Like I want to be able to be like I'm secure 100% myself, regardless of how they're making me feel.
Oh, we still good. I'm so scared of my camera going off and we just yapping away because I can't see the screen or anything and the mics are on. We good. I'm so happy this is so successful.
I know, right?
But yeah, like definitely focus on you. And I'm not just saying that because like it's cliche. I'm saying it because what ends up happening is sometimes we spend all these years trying to find the perfect man and try to get into a relationship and trying to get married and then we finally get there and it's just like, damn, I never really had time for me. Yeah. I really never had time to just figure out what I like to do, figure out my style and clothes, figure out, like, even now, I'm just now trying to get to that. And it's like,
yeah, and that's what I want to be.
You could do that now.
Yeah, that's like, I'm cool on everything. So I want to focus on myself, my style. I want to be able to, not too much on what I got on right now.
I know. No, but seriously, literally.
But I want to be able to be like, everybody has their signature look. Everybody has their signature, like the way they like to do that. I want to find mine because I'm so used to
me too.
Everything. Like I'll try everything and I do. I want to find something that I can.
This is your look.
Yeah, this is my aesthetic. This is my look. This is how I go. I mean, Juicy Couture, that's my aesthetic.
I'm so jealous of the girls who just have it down. Like, I can name a few, like the girlies. Like, you go to their Instagram page, they have their style down packed, like, and it's fly from like the casual looks to the the dressed up looks. Like, I'm not like I'm mad at, but
that's
like,
how I felt when I went to church. Like, they be dressing down, even in the casual fits, it just still looks put together. And I was like, damn.
And I wish like at this age I could be that. Like, I know I can, but I feel like I'm just now about to enter that era of like figuring it out. So I don't know. I'm ready.
Well, me too. So we can do it together.
No, period. And that's the thing. I'm such a girl's girl. Like, I want to see all girls win. Like moms, young girls. Like, I just want to see girls win and feel beautiful because it's not easy being a woman. Like, it's not easy at all. Like, we carry so much on our backs that sometimes we don't talk about, or sometimes we do talk about, but nobody understands. So I'm definitely here for it. Like, and I want to be able to bring that even on my channel. Sometimes I'm like, what do I do on here? I don't know. I don't really know what people want to see. I feel like nobody's really watching my content. I don't know. I just have a lot of like anxiety about like posting sometimes and nervousness, but like I just want to have fun with it, and I feel like
you're so natural. Like, this is for you. This is for you. Like, even just watching you do it right now, like, this is for you.
You don't make me cry. And it's crazy. Like, my brother was here last week, and he was like, "You need to start a podcast," and I was like, "I know, but I've thought about it, but I don't know."
It's a hard thing to get started. It's a hard thing to get started because you got to get people listening. You got
exactly,
and once they know what you're gonna say, and what they know, like, not what you're gonna say for, but who you are, they're gonna want to watch you more and more.
Exactly, which is why, like, I'm not even calling this a podcast yet because I feel like that'll scare me away. I'm just having fun.
It's a girly talk.
Yeah, I'm just talking. I'm just, I want to have different people on. Sometimes I'll be by myself. Sometimes I'll do other things. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this video, if you like this type of content, let me know. Put in the comments if you want to come on. And I'm not no celebrity. I'm a regular girl. So if you're a regular girl like me, you can just hit me up. If you're young, if you're my age, if you're older, whatever. You can come on. We can talk about whatever. I might not, never been through what you've been through, but we can still talk about it. Like, I'm damn near a therapist in this bitch.
It is. So I feel like you don't have to go through something to necessarily be able to, have some sort of, advice or whatever.
No, for
That's
sure.
A lot of things I feel like people misconstrue. Like, oh, you can't give advice to someone who's been in a relationship when you're single. But you could have some good knowledge. Input. It doesn't mean you're trying to get them to be single. You're trying to get them whatever. But like, people have good input whether they've been through it or not. Yeah, everyone has a different type of knowledge or a different way they would handle a situation that could be clearing to you.
No, for sure. And I also want to say, not only is Nova a family friend of mine as well, she also is my lash client, and I just want to say thank you for always supporting me. Like, when I started lashing, at my very first apartment, like she was like one of my first clients, and even I did her lashes maybe a few months back, and I might post like a video in here of the set I did, but like I don't know, my business ventures is just something else, and I just want to say thank you for supporting me.
Thank you for always doing it, making time to do it for me. Because I really love them. I don't have them on right now, but I'm going to do it. But I really do. I love them, and she's so gentle with it, and they're just perfectionists.
Thank you. Good. And I feel like I do lashes like on the side. It's just with life, it's hard to be consistent with. Yes, it's like when am I gonna have time to work and do YouTube and do TikTok and do lashes and
then have you time
and me time and the kids and relationship. It's friends like it's just so stressful. But hopefully I learned to balance it all, and hopefully you learn to balance it all too, because it's important to balance all these crazy things. And I don't know, I feel really happy doing this, so I hope to do this again. If you guys
thank you for having me on. I really appreciate you doing it with me. I got chosen, y'all. So excited.
And I'll see you guys in my next video.
Okay. It's so cool.
That was so fun. Yay!